Welcome to the Ministry Pivot Podcast with Russell St. Bernard, a podcast designed to assist leaders as they seize the season of opportunity by pivoting toward it. Let's get started with today's episode.
Hey, family, Reverend Russ. Super excited that you are back here with us at Ministry Pivot. Thankful that you decided to join us. Thankful that you decided to watch. Thankful you decided to listen, whether it's today, tonight, whenever you're listening, wherever you're listening. Super excited about those who are emailing in, texting me, telling me about the fact that you are watching, that you are listening, and that these pivots are being helpful to you and to your ministry. So super excited about that. I'm excited to share with you a short pivot on today. Before I do that, to announce with you, well, don't forget to go on and comment, like, subscribe, share. Don't forget to rate wherever you're watching this podcast. But excited that I get to share today this short pivot talking about leaning into tension. We'll talk about that in a moment. But before that, I get to share that the next 3 weeks consecutively, we're going to go into a series that we're calling here Pastoral Succession. And I had the opportunity to talk with some friends and some awesome leaders here in the DMV area. I got a couple more that I'll be able to talk with across the country, but I want to talk with these three first. And so the next 3 weeks, you'll hear me talk with Pastor Rodney Carter Jr. over there now at Greater Mount Calvary Holy Church. You'll also hear me speak with Pastor Anika Wilson Brown over there at Union Temple in DC. And then you'll also get to hear me share with Pastor Walter Thomas Jr. over there now at New Psalmist. And so super excited that we'll be able to talk with those people, or talk with those leaders who are now at what we're calling here taking over ministries from legacy pastors, those pastors who have pastored for 40 or more years. There's some Barna research that I was able to be a part of that actually sparked me thinking through what to do here, and spoke with the team about it. And so can't wait for the next 3 weeks after this week to talk about that. And also can't wait for you all to hear more about and see more about Pivot University. It's finally coming off the ground. And so don't forget to go on to ministrypivot.com to register for Pivot University, as well as use the text code that you see now on the screen. And then looking forward just to all that God is doing. But let me jump in really quickly to today's pivot. Wanted to think about, I share this thought with my team all the time. I share the thought with my team that we've got to make sure that we manage our tensions. It comes from, and I said it in one of the pivots that you'll hear coming up, and I've said it before. Andy Stanley has a great quote where he says that some problems aren't problems; they're actually tensions to manage. And so I wanted to give you 3 thoughts on leaning into tension. Leaning into tension. One of the things is that tensions exactly are the first thought that we get from Pastor Andy Stanley, that tensions are not problems to solve, but they are tensions to manage, that they are needed as much as they are disliked. They are important as much as they are annoying. They are the things that I truthfully believe that God uses to refine ideas, to refine people, but they are not things that you have to try to avoid, or not things that you have to try to look away from. But tensions are actually tensions to manage. And so we need to lean into them. The second thing that I wanted to talk about when it comes to that is not only are tensions to manage, problems are tensions to manage, but it's also understanding that if you manage a tension, tensions create friction. That's right. Tensions create friction, and friction is important because, as you and I both know, without friction, you have no momentum. Without friction, you cannot move forward. Without friction, you cannot do what God is calling you to do, if that means He's calling you to move out of where you are into where He would have you to be. And so understanding that sometimes it comes up that we have tensions and we're annoyed with tensions and then we don't know how to manage it, but understand that a byproduct of tension is friction. And if you're planning to move forward, you have to lean in to that friction. You have to lean into that conversation. You have to lean in to that meeting. You have to lean in to that relationship, or you have to lean into that area that you're not really quite great at, but maybe somebody else on your team, maybe somebody else in your life is actually great at that spot. And that's leads to the last one, is that tensions develop your strengths. I told you all a while back that I became a Gallup strength coach. Shout out to Gallup and all of the coaches who are there. And one of the things that I've learned as I'm now coaching and teaching and leading with pastors and with leaders, and mainly a lot of executive pastors, helping them to think about their gifts and their talents, but really their strengths and their talents, understanding that when you have attention, it allows you to strengthen the thing that may not be as strong as you want, or it allows you to be able to identify who else on the team you can lean into, so that the thing that they're really great at and you're not that great at, you all can flip flop, you all can switch those things off, so that there are some things that you'll be helpful with. I have it here at Kingdom Fellowship. Big shout out to my Pastor Matthew Watley, and our team here. I have team members here who there are certain things that are Russell's strengths, and there are certain things that are not at the top of my strength list. They're not really weaknesses. I'm just not really great at them. And there are team members, though, who excel at those things. So before I go into a meeting, before I deal with a conflict, before I deal with a tension, I may bounce some things off of these team members, so that I can use their strength in order to enhance what it is that I'm trying to work on, what it is that God is trying to work with me on. And so really, hopefully, want you to realize that tension is not a bad thing, that tensions are to manage, that tensions are create friction to move you forward, and that tensions help to develop your strength. And so you have to lean into your strength. You have to lean into the way that God has uniquely formed you, the way that God has uniquely equipped you, but also the way that God has uniquely strengthened you, so that you can be impactful for the body of Christ. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully you all got something from this short, quick pivot that we did on today. Don't forget about all that I talked about with the Succession series coming up. Don't forget about Pivot University coming up. And of course, don't forget, if you are interested in coaching, you're interested in being coached, you're interested in talking through some of your strengths, you want to take the Gallup strengths test, please reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to help you with that. I'll be more than happy to help you through it. I'll be more than happy to help you move forward. Because again, as I say all the time, this is your season of opportunity. All you have to do is pivot toward it. Talk to you soon. God bless.
That's it for today's episode of the Ministry Pivot. We hope you enjoyed listening and gaining some valuable insight. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast on your favorite platform so you never miss out on our future episodes. And if today's show has resonated with you, please leave us a review to help others discover our podcast. For more resources and updates, visit our website at ministrypivot.com. And be sure to join our email list, as well as follow us on Instagram at Ministry Pivot. Thanks for joining us today, and we're excited to have you back next time for another insightful episode of Ministry Pivot. Stay connected, keep pivoting. We'll see you soon.